is hunger. Remind me of when I was 30 years younger. Well-seasoned veteran, long hot summer. Chick on my arm, she a strong block stunner. Top aiming for the stars. If you choose, save it for the bars. Grapes in the fruit fight, save it for the jars. Jams that made me.
Welcome to 2K Sports presentation of the NBA, but the bad news is there is no basketball, there is no NBA. The game has been canceled. Ha ha! Happy April Fool's Day, baby! This is the NBA, and we've got a great one in store. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. Now we'll look at the stats for Toumani Camara.
And guys, I think the best way to measure his performance these last 10 games is his effective field goal percentage, which has improved, and a sign that his game is in much better shape than it was not too long ago.
Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. We'll see Grant and Camara playing it forward. Avdia out there with Holiday, and it's Clingan in at the center. And for Atlanta, Johnson and Okongwu man the post position. Cullen is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the 3, the small forward. Greg, not many games remain in the season, and the posturing beginning for these teams as they jostle for postseason positioning.
Yeah, this is the time to give full effort and to really communicate. When the pressure rises, teams can either gel together or fall apart.
Avdia, it's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Stolen by Holiday. To the middle. He's looking for Daniels and finds him. To the paint. Here's McCollum. Inside. And Okongwu slams it in.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
Clingan the screen for Holiday. 6 on the shot clock. Camara. Yes, and it's Holiday with the assist that time.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Tim, you wouldn't know it now. Camara, a late second-round pick back in 2023.
Well, Kevin, he's proven himself now. His defense is what first stood out. But now his offense has taken a leap forward.
Here's Holiday after the basket by Atlanta. There's a screen by Camara. Off target from outside. Here's Atlanta. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Yeah, that's the kind of performance you're going to try to build on. Now they have to find a way to replicate that success.
For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Pass to Alexander-Walker. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Portland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Playing in the screen for Grant. Down low. It's tipped and stolen by Okongwu. Johnson with it. Now defended by Grant. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Tim, breaking down Jalen Johnson's game, what jumps out to you?
Well, Kevin, I think it's his versatility. He can really do everything out there. And when you combine it with his size and athleticism, he's got star written all over him.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. In GA, the Hawks going young, trying to build a sustainable model for success.
Yeah, most of their starters not yet scratching their prime, so there's going to be some growing pains, but they're showing plenty of promise.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. GA, despite their youth, this Blazers team showing some grit at the defensive end of the court.
Yeah, very disruptive. Length on the perimeter. Donovan Clingan powering in the paint. And Charles Billups on the sidelines preaching that hard-nosed approach.
Yeah, for his position, Grant is a solid ball mover. He looks for chances to facilitate.
Outside Daniel. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now here is Holiday. Boy, was he something else against the Clippers.
You can't forget about Holiday's ability to leap. I mean, proving he's more than capable of throwing it down.
And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Hey, thanks a lot. Denny Avdia, the son of a 6'8 Serbian sharpshooter who played for the Yugoslavian national team, then moved to Israel and met Denny's mom. Denny said he had the same mentality, fire in the eyes. Every night, playing to win. That's how I've always been. That passion is a part of my culture. Kevin?
Thanks a lot, Allie. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Kuminga comes in for McCollum, and Kispert subbed in for Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. For the Hawks, Doc Landale's checked in for Okongwu. Zachary Rizachet comes in for Johnson. And Vincent subbed in for Dyson Daniel. We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. Pass to Landale. 5 on the clock. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Here's the 3. The Hawks again can't hit.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Here's Avdia. Yep, that one goes in there. Avdia's got his second basket of the night. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Pass to Rizachet. Kispert setting the pick for Rizachet. There's the triple. The Trailblazers pull it in. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
They just committed too many mistakes. It was impossible to overcome.
The Hawks have gone 2 for 2 in the game at the line.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
Shooting 2.
No good on the free throw. In last season, Tim, Paul Millsap retired. He was an all-star in each of his 4 years in Atlanta.
Well, he helped guide the Hawks to the Eastern Conference Finals back in 2015. 15. That team overachieved through chemistry, and this group hopes to do the same thing.
McCollum's checked in for Corey Kispert, and he sinks the second. Hey, Greg, after 2 seasons in Milwaukee, how about Damian Lillard going back to the Blazers roster even as he works his way back from the Achilles?
And in the meantime, he gets to watch this relatively young group compete. Their activity and defensive edge should pair nicely with his offensive brilliance next season.
They grab their own miss. Pass to Murray. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Henderson with a screen on Kuminga. Murray the pass to Love. And a miss there on the triple. It's been all about Okongwu for the Hawks. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. We'll return shortly. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And they need to continue that edge on defense. If your opponent is rattled, just dial up the pressure even more.
Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. We've got Murray, and it's Love in at the point guard position. Henderson looking it over. Pass to Sissoko. Reza Shea with the steal. McCollum with the ball. Picked up by Love. Kuminga sends a screen for McCollum. From past the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. Here's Sissoko. Defended by Kuminga. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. So, Greg, you played in the league over a decade. What's the toughest thing about being a pro basketball player?
Lots of things. To me, it's just keeping your spot. Every year, there's just so much talent coming in. So holding on to a place on the roster, and that can be as difficult as anything.
And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
A big man with a nice shooting stroke. You love to see it.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession. And now you see the 2K leaderboard. Not only have these teams caused a lot of turnovers over the last 10 games, but they've scored off them as well. The Hawks second.
Just a terrific job over this stretch of forcing turnovers and capitalizing. They'd love to continue that trend.
And the Trailblazers making a change here. Sissoko checked in. Holiday finds Avdia. Here's Sissoko. Outside Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Avdia can't hit. Atlanta has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Reza Shea has done a lot to quiet the doubters after being the #1 overall pick in 2024.
Well, in a draft without a lot of star power at the top, the Hawks took the kind of prototype wing you can't have too many of. And he has made good on that pick.
Holiday sets the pick for Avdia. Pass to Sissoko. Outside Avdia. Murray sets a screen for Avdia. Hits the three-point bomb. Avdia's got the lead up to 3 now for the Trailblazers.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
And Quinn Snyder wants a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. For the Hawks, Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Jalen Johnson comes in for Rizachet. And Daniels subbed in for Kispert. And Portland with a change here, too. Klingen's checked in. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. McCollum against Holiday. McCollum with the bounce pass. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Okongwu. Klingen with the block.
And at 7'2", Klingen is a huge shot blocking threat. Guys have got to be careful when he's around.
Alexander Walker, he's checked in for Kuminga. Trailblazers leading by 3. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Klingen. Holiday, no one around him. And again, it's Portland with the 3.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
And Tim, it came out this past summer that the Trailblazers were for sale.
And with the entirety of the proceeds of that sale going to charitable causes and with franchise value skyrocketing league-wide, a lot of good is going to come from this transfer.
Johnson from outside, and once again off the mark by Atlanta.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And it goes out of bounds. That one's up Holiday.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. It's very unfortunate, and the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Jonathan Kuminga, he's checked in for Atlanta. And Portland with a change here, too. Grant, he's checked in for Murray. Kuminga kicks to Johnson. Inside, Alexander Walker.
But that's a nice look right there. You can run your offense through Johnson. He's that talented.
And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Trailblazers. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Grant outside. In the corner, Kamara with it. A 3-pointer off the mark. The Hawks trail by 4. Pass to Alexander Walker. And it's Kuminga, top of the key. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Now, here's Grant. Covered by Okongwu. Now, Kamara. A 3. Sinks the triple. Kamara's got the lead up to 7 now for the Trailblazers.
Their 3rd 3-pointer in a row.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Alexander Walker. The rebound by Holiday. Portland leading by 7. Pass to Avdia. Now Grant, defended by Alexander Walker. Grant, right side, and it's Holiday at the elbow. Over in the corner, Avdia. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And here we go, fast break, Kuminga's got it. And yes, it's good. Alexander Walker's got his 2nd basket of the game.
Really well done there, just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Kamara with it. 17 points for him last game against the Clippers in Los Angeles. Kuminga against Grant. Kamara misses.
Well, that is a nice challenge at the rim. Really altered that shot.
Fires the 3, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. It's the Trailblazers up by 5. Well, we've got a moment now. Let's go courtside to Allie LaForce. Allie.
Coach Quinn Snyder with us now, and Coach, a bit of a lull for this team scoring the ball. Why?
And it had nothing to do with anything other than us being aggressive. We're like walking the ball up the court. Whoever's got it, we've got to attack.
At least effort is something you can control. Thank you, Coach.
All right, Allie, thanks for that. We'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in just a moment.
And thank you for joining us, as with 2 quarters in the books, it's looking good for the Portland Trail Blazers.
I usually only see Shaq drool when it comes to food, but their performance on the board tonight, it's getting to him a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie, I like what I've seen.
Changing gears now, this should be interesting. Let's hear what the fans want to say. Here's an interesting one from No Foolin' Julian. What's another sport you think you could have gone pro in?
Football, I would have been a tight end. Maybe block some field goals. Do whatever it takes.
I think I could have did soccer. Dribbling's dribbling, right?
I guess some people might say that, Jed, but either way, I'd pay good money to see both of you in those endeavors. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. The Hawks trail by 5. Johnson and Okongwu man the post positions. Cullen is out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. And it's Daniels in at the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder. Now, here's Avdia. Clock at 6. To the middle. He's looking for Klingon and finds him. He gets it in there.
I tell you, not only does Klingon set sturdy screens, he knows how to make himself available for the pass.
Tim, how do you look at Avdia's game?
Well, I just think he's a guy as a small forward with great size and great versatility. He does a little bit of everything on the court to help you win.
Now here's McCollum. Scoreless thus far. Good on the shot.
Well, you can't give McCollum space anywhere on the floor.
Out to the wing. Pass to Avdia. Daniels against Grant. Over Daniels. That one rolling around and runs out. The Hawks trail by 5. To the paint. Here's Okongwu. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. The Trailblazers shooting 47% from the floor, getting it done. Pass to Kamare. Grant on the wing. He's guarded by Johnson. They get it again. And it's Klingon with the jam.
And this young man lives on the offensive glass. Tough to stop Klingon when he's that close.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Now here's McCollum. Scoring-wise, he's definitely making his mark. Right now, he's averaging about 19 points a game. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
And let's see some of the numbers here for Okongwu. He's been in good form here the last few weeks, averaging about 11 points, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, with some guys, we always talk about potential. What I like about him, he comes to work every night and actually produces.
And so Chauncey Billups decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Tim, when you think of the players, which players come to mind as setting the bar for a high basketball IQ?
LeBron James certainly at the top of the list. Nikola Jokic, I would put Luka Doncic in that category as well. IQ means you have the ability to understand defenses and where your four teammates are at all times.
And for some it's natural, and for some they probably got to work at it, correct?
You got to work on it, but I think it's critical if you really want to separate yourself from the rest of the pack.
Grant for three. Atlanta with the rebound. Johnson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. McCollum outside. Johnson sets the screen for McCollum. Trying to find Johnson. He's got it now. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
Well, he is a very mobile 6'9" wing, and Johnson is showing you he's a perfect pick-and-roll partner.
Grant surveying the D. Here's Holiday. Good, and Grant gets the assist. Holiday's got the lead up to 7 now for Portland.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
McCollum kicks to Daniels. And it's off from three-point range. Avdia with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Avdia, the pass to Holiday. Here's Klingon, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Klingon's got 6.
Well, Klingon isn't just tall. He's also got some meat on him. That comes in handy against the physical defense.
Now here's McCollum. No good off the back of the rim. You know, Jim, throughout his career, C.J. McCollum has been the model of consistency.
Well, you can count on him to get you 20 with efficient shooting, Kevin. We've seen it now for over a decade, and I love his calm, steady demeanor. It stabilizes his team.
Pass to Daniels. And the foul on Dyson Daniels. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Hawks making a switch here. Kuminga's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Henderson's checked in. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks, Kevin. The future of the NBA is digital. Commissioner Silver said streaming allows us to better engage fans through the personalization of telecasts, creating chat communities, buying products, playing fantasy. There's an enormous opportunity. We are just barely scratching the surface. Guys, back to you.
It's getting interactive. Okay, thank you, Alan. Okongwu is now starting, Tim, and coming off the bench his first handful of seasons, I think got him ready for this role he's in right now.
He has been a good defender from day one, but his offensive game now starting to show some growth. He's stretching his shooting range, and he is showing you some growth as a playmaker as well.
That one is off. So for the Hawks, Reza Shea, he's checked in for Jalen Johnson. Kisper comes in for Dyson Daniels, and it's Gabe Vincent in for C.J. McCollum. That one misses.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Grant outside. 1:03 left in the third. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off the shot before second violation. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. Number one, the Trailblazers. The fourth spot held by the Hawks.
Both of these squads are just playing so hard here of late, really getting after it on the offensive glass, and it's paid off for both of them in terms of second chance points.
And the Hawks making a change here. Landale's checked in. Portland also making some changes. Robert Williams comes in for Jeremy Grant, and Avdia subbed in for Scoot Henderson. Trying to end the drought, and it's Reza Shea missing. Portland leading by 12. And he drives in, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The Trailblazers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty at the line. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. .26 seconds left in the third quarter. Now Reza Shea. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. 6 to shoot. Looking to end the run. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We'll get you back to the action after this break. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
I just love the way he plays. He does a great job of making everyone around him better.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Scoot Henderson, Murray out there with Deni Avdija. And it's Love in at the 1. McCollum against Love. Here's Reza Shea. Latrey. Avdija with the rebound.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Murray sets a screen for Love. Pass to Sissoko. It's stolen by Kuminga. And the dunk by Kispert.
Yeah, this coaching staff likes to see that. Jonathan Kuminga keeping others involved.
It's Henderson on the wing. Defended by Kispert. And that one's good by Henderson.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, the way this game is going, I'm actually not surprised it was that easy for him.
Now here's McCollum. Hit the floater. The Trailblazers pull it in. Avdija's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Murray. He's defended by Landale. Murray kicks to Henderson. Back to Murray. And it's Murray with the jam.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's just good coaching. They have made the better adjustments.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. checked in for Jonathan Kuminga. Clingan, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. And it's the Trailblazers with the ball after the basket by Atlanta. Here's Avdia. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. One on Kispert.
Yeah, easy call.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for Portland.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And they also deserve a lot of credit for getting points off turnovers. Their hustle has allowed them to take advantage of those opportunities.
And the first one at the line is good. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Jock Landale. Dyson Daniels comes in for Rizachet. And Nickeil Alexander-Walker in for Kispert. Both free throws good from Avdia. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Johnson outside. Back to McCollum for 3. And Clingan pulls it down. Clingan's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Outside Holiday. Pass to Kamare. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the 3 off target.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's Avdia. Now Holiday. The long shot, no good. Grant against Daniel. Now McCollum. Now, here's Johnson. It's deflected. Now Okongwu. McCollum outside. Johnson outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And the 3 misses.
Yeah, but the defenders draped all over him. He just could not shake loose.
Holiday against McCollum. A great pass leads him right to the rack.
And Grant's such a versatile player. It can do a little bit of everything, including setting up his teammates.
Holiday against McCollum. And as we've seen, Greg, navigating this age of social media can be difficult for an NBA player.
Yeah, a momentary indiscretion can get broadcast to the whole world. So there's a need for caution that's probably higher than in decades past.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Trailblazers.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And for the year now, they'll ramp up their win total to an even 40.
And bragging rights between these teams were on the line today, and they put in some very good work to earn it.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Donovan Clingan.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
Here's Johnson. Trailblazers knocking down the tray. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. It's McCollum on the wing, guarded by Holiday. They need this. McCollum, no good. Holiday looking over the floor. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Tim Legler, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan. This is the NBA on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Donovan Clingan.